Flare with this Leona lock-in.
I mean, the way I look at this right now, I don't expect this to be the game that Joshi gets to recover some... Okay, this is, at least you know, presuming the base... Oh no, he's not recalling the bush, they don't know jungle's here!
They don't know. Jeje's now going to show up, and Nayo has to pick a target so that he can deter them from going forward. Elk gets pushed in by the slam, the flash away. Not enough as the arrow goes wide, but Elk still survives. A first blood is secured for Jachi's pockets.
Has flash again.
And Nayo, oh my gosh, wall slam onto 2. Looks for the hammer shot, gets in range.
Oh, what? The greed! The greed!
Did?
That's a homie stock right there. That's Nayo said, alright, I see you. I'll help you get back.
I don't think they're going to provide a homie stock to Jachi in the same way. I think they're just going to send him back to the fountain in a gray screen simulator. And yep, well, dive for Elk at the cost of Arha's life. Meanwhile, potential engage in the mid lane. Xiaohu still no flash. Ong Yue going to get in range. Is level 6 for the depth charge, but Cream backs off for the minion wave.
No, I'm sure we're going to get a degree of a fight over, whether it'll be a full-blown team fight, as actually Waybo's looking to kill the Croc.
Uh-oh, 369 backing in a very greedy spot in the middle of enemy territory. Has Dominus though, looks to pop Xiaohu. There's still no flash on this Syndra. Jeje is waiting in the wings. 369, does he get the 1v3 solo? Nope, not in time. Zika flashing. Yeah. Not ideal to be dying in enemy territory, but I definitely see the advantage that 369 can still have in this lane setup, especially now that Zika is down a flash. Top Esports will be able to... You have so many supports here in the LPL that we always talk about characteristically. Once they get unlocked, they become the best versions of themselves. Meanwhile, top lane, Nayo is here to make sure that 369 can punish a flashless Cassante. We highlighted it as
to spell his own doom and get 369 even more of a lead, picking up those plates, accelerating, being the first person on the Rift with the quest.
Oh, beautiful. Boy. Even through the Scatter of the Week, Cream is able to time the Emperor.
Because he doesn't do good ganks pre-6, but also needs to farm for Triforce, which, in the pocket, JJ is now a real scary champion.
But once he has access to Cyclone, he's a pretty darn good champion at setting up plays, and Weibo Gaming do exactly that on Feng Yue. Elk is the one that benefits from the kill. Now 2 in his name with the Collector in hand. The fact that Top Esports don't have a real tank on their side, Poppy picking up the Sundered Sky, means that this Collector is going to have quite a bit of value in this mid-game spike.
Yeah, and with crits returning to 200% damage, there is one guy who really loves that with all 4 bullets in the chamber, as 369 pressuring for a potential solo kill in the tower here.
Not close. Zika still has the ultimate available.
4 people
waiting out the Dominus, and you know what? He will wait out for reinforcements to arrive. 369 still has flash, probably waiting for the Scatter of the Week. Preemptively flashes it, coming through. Xiaohu now might just get punished. 2-man Keeper's Verdict. Cream in the wings, looking for the sweep. Emperor's Divide cannot get in range quite yet. Nayo slowing him down with the Hammer Shock. Their edge line pulls him in. Arha preemptively stuns him with the Solar Flare. Zika is back, pulls him in with the All Out, but can't get him in range of the tower. And Jachi with a piercing arrow doesn't find its mark. Top Esports have control though of this topside river and can look for the Rift Herald in response. And the rest of Weibo, I don't think they can do much about it.
Going off running Silverline.
Into the smite. Rift Herald is secured. 369 will not die for the turret. He's not going to die for the turret, right? 369 doesn't have flash anymore. Dominus is available. There's no Solar Flare. Xiaohu has Unleashed Power. Scatter the Weak into the stun. Elk with the Deadly Flourish. All the CC layering into each other beautifully. And Elk gets his 3rd kill of the game. But Top Esports quick to respond on the map with a mid-turret crush off the Rift Herald crash.
Very interesting pivot, actually. Oh, okay, I was about to say, do we have a driver's license? We do! Okay, Nayo, are you going to be able to get this?
Okay, he has the flash out of the Solar Flare. There's more action on the Rift here, Melvin. JJ pops the first cast of the Cyclone. Tries to get in range for another one. Dashes in. That sets up the kill on Feng Yue. And Elk is on a rampage right now. 4-0-1. Curtain call at the ready. 3rd bullet does not hit. His 4th one is not going to do that much. So he's just going to clear the wave. Yep.
Understandable, you know. Have a nice day.
Wait. Nayo, Hex Flash. Run, Elk. Okay. He's out of there.
That was a little spooky, as, now face checking into Cream. Cut the feed.
This has been, so far, a very, very solid Cream performance on the Azir in this series against Waybo. Longyue, no flash available on the Nautilus. He's going to try to dredge line his way back to safety. He does clip the wall, but the Solar Flare locks him down. Another auto attack from Xiaohu. And that is the first kill for his Syndra in this first game of the series.
And that is going to be ever so important. We've seen how difficult it is to kill 369. He can waste so much time just a bit more of an aggressive line on the Cassante, which is something that generally spelled death for most of the people playing this character, as it will just be 369 forcing the ticket on isolation.
Dominus onto Zika, gets his flash. All out. Still available, pulls him into turret range, but there's another fight in the mid lane. Jauchi unloads the Chain of Corruptions on Arha, but they turn on to Fongyue, or Nayo, I should say. JJ with another Cyclone cast right on top of the Poppy, right before the dragon spawns. Great timing from Waybo. 369 did manage to force Zika away from the protection of the tier 2 turret, but Top Esports will not be able to contest the dragon.
Looks like Cream going to base as well, but there is some pings around Baron. I don't think TES would call that bluff, considering they don't have the jungler available. A very important pick. I don't like what you're doing, TES.
Oh no!
You don't need face checks.
Going back into Fog! Fongyue gets dropped. There's Cream on a side flank, but I don't think he's in position to actually make that sweep. Maybe Top Esports for Top Esports in our first split at 2026.
I mean, stability and Top Esports are not two things that have ever really gone together. As we do see a play onto the bot side, this can force a bit of that instability in their favor. Just Zika, but TP flank.
He goes all out, but he doesn't have flash available. Deadly Flourish goes wide as 369 and Nayo dodge out on the CC. A Wukong Cyclone clips Nayo. Does manage to bring down Zika before he goes down, but Cream has teleported in. Oh, that's Fongyue. He's going to get bursted out. Elk blasts him with the 4th shot in the chamber. Jauchi over the wall looking for piercing arrows. They trade one into Jit, but immediately Zika, or I should say 369, does fall.
Okay, Jauchi!
Part of the party. Jauchi trying to unload arrows, looking for another one at Urha. The battle between the AD carries. Cream finally flies in, makes 2 on the Azir. 3 kills for Jauchi.
People wouldn't see the line to be able to do so. TES will calmly collect this dragon as Waybo proper wave control, which so far they're doing quite a good job of, leveraging 5 people around mid. I don't know if that's such a safe TP.
I would have to agree with you, Melvin. The turret is gone, and who's the person that TP'd it? Oh no, Weibo Gaming. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to the BLG series. Top Esports are going to benefit off the fact that Xiaohu just gave his life over, and now Baron is an easy prize for them to secure, unless Jeje can make a miracle happen.
I really like this. We see 369 base TP in, gonna have the big shield. That extra bit of buffer room to stand in front, either tanking up the Baron or the enemy team, but this is a pretty slow approach. JJ can dash in. OPL
still
goes
4.5k. He dodges the Keeper's Verdict. Nayo tries to turn, and the Baron resets. They slam Arha into the wall. 369 blows him up, but Zika is about to blow up Jauchi in the back line with the all-out. Jeje and Elk now trying to reposition and see if they can pincer on to Top Esports with Zika, but he's way too low on the health bar. But they've done their job. The Baron has been stopped, and Weibo Gaming have bought some time. Xiaohu has now respawned. Nayo getting chunked by Elk. If he can get a range with another rapid-fire proc, it is the last bullet in the chamber. It will blow up Nayo. He gets a little bit of HP back off of the Scuttle Crab, other side of the wall, so it's not one that he has to flash away from. It was a good look from Top Esports. They had punted away Jeje, so there was no chance for a Cyclone counter response. Arha getting chunked. Solar Flare right on top of Jauchi. Cleanses it. Curtain Call now unloads. 3rd bullet. Decent damage.
Oh!
And the knockup from Zika into the alley-oop. Beautiful sequence by Weibo Gaming's top laner and ADC. That is a 5-on-4 advantage now. Baron is a reality for Weibo if they want to start it up.
Dragon is up in 30 seconds as well, so if Weibo don't want to catch that heat, they can go take the safer objective, but instead Elk and 369 face-checking each other?
369 dashes away from the Scatter of the Weak stun, does not fall folly to Weibo Gaming's pick. Top Esports still trying to hold their ground despite being 4-5. The rest of Weibo Gaming turned their attention into now walking into the Dragonside River, as you called out, Melvin. That is a more important objective and one easier to secure without any contest from Top Esports.
do have support respawn. Doesn't look like the spellbook is available to TP in. We see some very light pinging over towards the Baron side from both teams. Not enough to imply, yes, let's run it right now, but it will be Cream having this flash on Azir. It's looking like Xiaohu is the target.
Oh no, Xiaohu. Wall slam, Niobe times it beautifully over the wall. Xiaohu forced the flash, but Cream will trade to make sure that the mid laner is gone for the next 53 seconds.
That is a beautiful wall to be able to close over, and it's going to be, I would say, Baron, unless Weibo Gaming want to toss it all here. It's going to be very scary. You do have the potential to run around the back of the pit for JJ, but it means that you won't have your primary engager with you. It's going to be very difficult to get in here.
Get vision on it. 6k on the Baron. Elk has to set up. Looking to target 369 first. The Dominus occupies their attention for now. JJ trying to pick an angle to go for. He dashes into FongYue, gets hit by the death charge. Baron secured for top esports. 369 gets out. JJ almost low. Gets the shield from Zika's Cassante. And the rest of Weibo Gaming's four-man party do manage to escape with their lives. But top esports will coming up in 2 minutes.
There's a potential game end angle, though, and it's going to be, I would say, on Cream to not get too overzealous. He has so far played a very good Azir game. Rarely been the target of aggression and managed to survive it all the way through. Does have the stopwatch, as it looks like it's just going to be a very standard siege. Spell shield down, though. Good cleanse.
Chachi pops the cleanse. Still has a flash available.
Mikhail's got used too, though. That was double of the cleanse abilities used. So now, next ability that comes out of a stun, next stat of the week, is an actual stun you need to be afraid of. I suppose unless you're FongYue, who does have the cleanse in pocket himself, as it will just be rotating over, getting that mid lane pressure down.
A measured push from top esports does net them the bottom inhibitor. Super minions will be constant pressure for the next couple of minutes. Weibo Gaming will have a harder time trying to get into the bottom side river and their own jungle as a result.
The ult zoning is going to be enough. Just holding that pressure at bay as 369 rotate up to top. Tapped, but it's not going to be a death blow by any means. Dragon's still got a minute to spawn. And I think TES are leveraging to go for 3 inhib towers here, bare minimum.
Oh boy. They haven't been able to tag Jachi's Edge of Night spell shield yet either, so even though he doesn't have cleanse anymore, he is quite safe to step up this aggressively. JJ trying to occupy 369 on the top side push, but there's 2 inhibitors now gone in mid and bot. The poke from Jachi is starting to wither away from Weibo Gaming's health bars. And eventually, you called him, Melvin, they finally make their way through all 3 inhibitors. They're looking for the final push. Solar Flare right into the backline. Zika flashes in, but a great steadfast presence blocks the entrance from him. Jenja cannot follow up just yet. Cyclone still at the ready, but Zika's trying to do all the work he can. Cyclone onto 2 members. 369 trailing right behind Elk as he flashes on top, but the great push for the scout of the week. 369 gets dropped way too early. Weibo Gaming have lost all 3 inhibitors, but they still have 1 Nexus turret available, and the Cloud Soul for them is about to spawn.
It is all but done. Double soul point for both teams now.
That has given top esports the window completely pry open the game, and now set up top esports for a potential victory march now that all 3 inhibitors are gone, and Baron will spawn in the next minute.
Can you find anything?
Solar Flare and Scout of the Week on the FongYue. Flash from JJ goes immediately for Jachi in the back line.
He's gone.
Finds it with the curtain call. 1 more bullet in the chamber. Who is he going to look for? FongYue gets hit by the Scout of the Week stun. That's a double kill for Elk. 369 throws everything in the chamber that he has to try and blast out JJ, but will drop his GA as a response. Zika retreats back into the safety of the base. 369 has to get out. There are double supers pouring into the base, and it's going to...
Just such suffocating pressure. The benefit...
For also, most important member on this composition in our opening series, in our opening bout between Top Esports and Weibo Gaming of this season. Urha getting chunked, Chain of Corruptions, barely goes wide. Decent poke from Jachi in the backline, trying to chunk out the Leona. Zika taking a lot of damage as well. FongYue locks him in for the dredge line. Curtain call from Elk, poking them down. 369 pressuring forward, forces Elk to drop the ultimate. Dredge line finds Xiaohu. Cream can follow up and just spears them all with the power of his soldiers. Emperor's Divide rams them over, and Elk, even with the GA, it does not make the difference. Zika trying to blast 369, but at what cost? but the Nexus
kind of devastating. Normally we would have, honestly, actually thinking about it, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get full Waybo. I think they probably picked up the Alistair in advance, predicting a counter
from the
route.
crowd.
Self-report for speaking over the Gyos last game. I blame the earlier start to the game. You know,
True.
This is, you can't go for a bathroom break anymore. You get very heavy trading bot lane.
Oh my goodness, Elk forced to flash away, but now Fengyue is forced to flash as well before he's overcommitted. Now Jotchi, if Arha can get in range for a pulverize, Q flash right for the bush, it's not enough. Jotchi still picks up first blood, and now Elk is feeling quite sheepish about this early lane start.
Not having the ward in the bush means can't extend
In this level 1 is already good signs that top esports are in a good spot to start the snowball. However, this crash down might be ill-timed because JJ has arrived to the bottom side. And now Fengyue is dead.
Yep.
Jotchi's going to do his best to see if he can at least pepper in some damage, maybe get a trade kill onto Arha, but Elk cleans Fengyue's health bar, and Jotchi's forced Valkyrie away.
And his resources
Next target here, but he still has Flash, and now Fate's Sealed available to escape.
It's going to give him the angle to walk out if needed. Here's the play. Both junglers nearby.
Nio is here to hover. Yep. Ensures that Jeje cannot get the gank off without putting himself in a bad spot. Valkyrie forward onto Arha. Flashes out of the Valkyrie. Mini Rumble ult damage, and Jotchi just blows him up. Elk tries to look for a trade kill. Jotchi forced to flash away in time. And Elk now has an opportunity where, once he hits level 6, can commit for an all-in onto this Corki.
Decide they're going to stick around. I don't know. Is Elk going to be able to collect this play? Yes, they do get the Crystalline Overgrowth proc. That is going to be important for quest progress. He's popped the potion. I think they're going for a dive.
Yeah, they know that Arha was looking for the headbutt. Pulverize, Killer Instinct to commit, and Elk gets his second kill of the game. Looking for Fengyue next. Cream over the wall, is in the soul unbound, cleans house, Fate Sealed, flash by Elk, but he gets away from the flag drag off of Jeje's Jarvan. Cream ensuring that he gets at least one kill and doesn't give over another. Nio from mid lane is now looking for Elk, has flash available, and both Jeje and Elk know that he's not getting out alive.
Really good play from the TES mid jungle, having another strong performance, collecting off the bot lane. Actually,
heads on over in the soul unbound form, and had Elk not been able to use flash, that would have been an impressive double kill setup. Uh-oh. Jeje knows that
may have been. Judgy played a bit too far forward. Again, you picked a champion with a dash specifically because you see Jarvan on the other side. And still end up dying? Don't love it. But Fengyue walking up has Ignite up in a second. I think Elk's just solo killed here.
Yeah, Q stun for the barrier.
Ignite's nearly there.
Great timing from Elk. It doesn't
Not gonna
matter.
need it.
Wow. That's awesome.
All right.
Jotchi a moment to catch up on the farm department, still down about 10. Cream has been slowly ramping up, though, on this Yone. Went for the tier 2 boots upgrade. Oh, Nio's making a visit to top lane. Zika trying to reposition with a public execution. Good flash, though, by Nio, so that he doesn't get a lot of experience under their belt and have been at various stages of international competition in the past. You can tell that Weibo Gaming is still trying to gel together and figure out how to work out all the communication kinks. As Nio, looking for Jeje, gets the flash out of the Jarvan, goes back in with a Cataclysm. Elk is there for the follow-up. Magnustorm tries to delay the play, but Cream with the Fate Sealed tags one, forces the flash away because now Xiaohu is peppering in the damage, but 369 lays down the red carpet and will lay waste to the entirety of Weibo Gaming's mid laner. Arha forced to run away, and 369 is the one that saves the day. First game of the BLG series with a, or was it IG, where he had a Deathless Kaisa game. Hang on. Uh-oh. Nio following up on Fengyue's Magnet Storm means that Jeje is gonna get burned down to a crisp. Not quite. Last Cyclic Ignite is not enough. Got a little HP back. And now Xiaohu in a world of trouble, but at the right time does Realm Warp back to safety. Oh no, dude. Fengyue?
Safety is a relative term in the LPL. This is something I've learned very quickly on.
You're absolutely correct there, Melvin, and it does come at the cost of Xiaohu's flash. Still manages to survive, but it's enough time and pressure now for Nio to look for the second dragon of the game.
And funnily enough, Xiaohu is the last member of the entire game to actually finish his quest right now, as we do get this test. There's Patrick.
Wait! Okay, well, Nayo does secure the dragon. Zika has teleported to the bottom side of the map, and Cream with the solo unbound will snap back to safety, but Nayo does go down for his efforts on the objective control.
At least
we have an Infernal Soul game here.
Oh, didn't see this in the picture-in-picture as a nice little engage, but focus back into main. Elk getting jumped on. Turns it around. Very nicely done. That ADC, that highlight player. I would say pretty scared on the mid tower when you're staring down.
He does have flash.
True. But Kai'Sa does too.
Is he in trouble? Pops the ultimate, reduces the damage down as Jotchi just peppers in all of his artillery. Valkyrie over the wall. Arha tries to flash away, but the Q stun connects anyway. And looking for the follow-up stun. Cataclysm right into all three. JJ is able to hold the line and EQ out back to safety.
That was an incredible Jarvanol. I really thought that Arha was just dead to rights, but what a save. And it's going to swing the tempo back in Waybo's favor.
No! Jotchi! He doesn't flash the EQ, and there's no point in trying to use the flash now, so he goes down thanks to Elk committing the killer instinct. Public. You know what? Respect, Zika. If you had found Feng Yue in that
goes in the clip folder.
Yep. That one goes into the highlight reel for sure.
To be fair, that is the default basing spot right there, because it's just in the exact position that if you walk from the wolf pit over to top lane, you're not caught on vision. Wow, good presence of mind from Elk there to walk out. That was a bit scary. Hold on, more stuff happening.
Meanwhile, on the side lane, yeah, Zika, is he in trouble? Blade of the Rune King, this early on for Cream, is doing a lot of work right now, and thanks to being the mid lane role quest, he has powerful Berserker Greaves, so even more attack.
One of the things that is super important for both of these squads, they do not play well when they are being ran at. They play incredibly well when they are running at you. So, it is whoever starts the play, and whoever can keep that tempo going. Pocket. You do have a Baron started. No Mikhail's picked up either. Both supports have these bagpipes. It is a really strong item on the scale of things. Bagpipes give so many stats as it's just being burned kind of off vision. Like, you can realm warp your jungler into the pit though, so Waybo, I'm not fully quick just yet.
JJ throws a flag down, 2-point K. Ah, JJ! I've seen it so many times happen, and even on Pantheon, it's not enough for Nayo to secure the Baron. Disaster for top esports. Cream gets dropped, so does Feng Yue, and now Nayo and Jotchi have nowhere else to run. Weibo Gaming, off of a Baron steal, will guarantee that this one's going the distance.
And Elk picks up a majority of the gold off the back of it. Very well executed from the entirety of Weibo Gaming to secure that one. A beautiful smite. I'm sure we'll be getting a replay of that one. And Zika keeps 369 locked in combat in the side lane. You can see a majority of his health bar is gone, but
it has just been unnatural when it comes to objective steals. Either at Baron, either at Dragon. They have been some of the highlights for this guy during the IG run. Now, Weibo Gaming are up nearly 7,000 gold off of that play, and while Cream was still in a position to be fairly strong on this Yone, that advantage is hard to use and leverage at this point when Kai'Sa is now 6,000 gold ahead of the counterpart, has a Zhonya's Hourglass in inventory. Cataclysm from JJ completely doing tricks on Feng Yue and making him dizzy. Nayo gets clipped by the public execution. It's a double kill for Elk's Kai'Sa. Cream sends it for the Hail Mary, but there's no hope left for this second game. The rest of Waybo are pushing top esports to the brink, and Weibo Gaming are ready for a game 3.
Looking like it in very good fashion, the counterpunch. And we went into this game thinking TES had the tools they needed to be able to pull off another impressive victory. But I think the main thing that changed is that 7.1k gold lead onto Elk. Put him on a carry, and that seems to be the identity that Weibo is currently most happy with. If you end up winning this series in a 2-1 as Weibo, I think you're okay with it, because while the game score is incredibly important, what is more important is knowing how to win your games and getting that experience on different styles and figuring out where we need to put our engage tools where we can put our utility and how many resources we need to give to Elk. Well, if you take a look at the
A
scoreboard,
game that Waybo could have won but lost. It was one person getting caught out. It's the man in the mid lane. Now, Xiaohu, this is the game where we do not let the allegations catch up with us so far in 2026.
Hold up,
JJ, hang on. This might be a bad position for the Jarvan, but he's got Elk right underneath him. Orha also swooping on in. Xiaohu has poured it in with Realm Warp. Turn for Fog Away, Cream. Fight Field right up the 2. 369 from over the wall with the equalizer as well. But Xiaohu blasts Cream and ensures that there's no comeback happening in this second game. 369 gets dropped as well by Elk. Nayo will be forced to run away. And just like that, the hopes for top esports fans for a comeback has been dashed away. A massive 10,000 gold lead and multiple members gone for the next 30 seconds. It should be enough time for Weibo Gaming to push into the base.
The Wombo combo comes too little, too late for TES.
Never mind, I lied.
It looked like cinema. It was very close, but it is going to be Weibo at very least picking up a lot of gold. And you know what? We might be getting deja vu, but the other way around. Last time we had TES collect ban and then go for a very reserved end, a very calm, picking up all of the inhib towers, all of the inhibs, and then just the initial pick. You then need to not use all your cooldowns, because if you don't kill everybody, it won't be enough. And guess what?
13,000 gold advantage. I would be damn near impressed to see Weibo chuck this one. Top esports will still try to play it out as best as they can, but it's pretty damn tough when Elk is this far ahead on the Kaisa. He is pretty much Thanos and he's ready to snap his fingers. Already deletes one off the rip. Jet just sends it for the engage. Elk is peeled off to the back line. 369 tried to burn him down, but he goes golden, bets the triple. Still has a killer instinct available. Never mind, he doesn't have it anymore. I thought there was going to be an angle for a pentakill for this Kaisa, but Weibo Gaming will get the ace. They'll delete the Nexus turrets, and they're going to bring us to a third game of this series.
18 kills.
I mean, we always knew that the Vi Ahri combination was going to be coming around anyways, but the amount of lockdown they have in these team fights is going to be ridiculous. And now I really want, interestingly enough, JJ has just taken the quick one to go back, get a longsword, come back out. We already get the flash out of Zika early in the top side, and here comes the flash out of Nayo. He wants to clear this kill as well. 369 throws a shuriken to the back, and gods may be gods, but they'll
to escape. And it looks like it will just be TES doing a very good job closing up, keeping their jungler safe, and denying JJ going for another miracle steal, which really did save Waybo in the last game.
Back at the map and the state of things now, we finally do have that level 6 combination, at least for top esports, but on bot side, it's going to be a little bit of 2v2x. The flash from Elk trying to get the kill, but the healing comes through from that one, and now they're just going to get the combo straight onto Diati as JJ comes up with their own kill.
And I'm going to say that was an XP play over to Waybo off the back of that one. There's, I think, two philosophies for when you try and sneak grubs, and that is definitely a sneak grubs angle. One is...
You can see that Waybo playing very hesitantly. They walk back up anyways. Arha stepping up confidently here. 4 members of top esports, and they still don't feel like they can hit the dive. They do get the chain straight onto Xiaohu. He's going to flash over the wall, but still get killed in the end by Cream, who gets a reset for the Spirit Rush. Now Xiaochi tried to find his own angle on Arha, but not going to find anything else. Top esports get a big pick. Meanwhile, top side, 369 trying to get his own solo bolo. Not going to find it.
I don't think the play is necessarily fully over bot lane, as TES are just trying to leverage pressure. Ooh, Grim Deliverance.
Grim Deliverance, I think he still dies. One more auto. Oh, it's not enough. 369 gonna flash dash for it. He truly is living his Sonic dream.
That was the drive-by finish off on the kill on that one. Very well done from 369, and we can see here, hitting over to 11 at the end. Big XP lead, a bigger gold lead though, 1.5k in the Kennon's pocket. Need to pay credence to the 30% HP shield Kennon teleporting on him in team fights to come.
I'm just like full-on John Hamm meme. Kennon rocking the Hextech Gunblade. Oh man, am I back in time right now? Xiaohu needs to go back. It's so important.
100%, and I think as well, just picking something that can leverage so much impact in these fights. Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh. Tempered Fate set up. He's going to get the double stun. No, he doesn't get it. Jiachi does heal up decently from the Moonlight Vigil Severum. Fengwei needs to be careful. Elk goes through the magical journey here. He's getting surrounded by Cream. Cream activates. Now Nayo is there. Tries to get the flash play there. Cream is going to get one kill, get a reset on the Spirit Rush, gets another charge, and is just dashing away now. Unfortunately, though, Nayo needs to find his own exit strategy. Everybody had their own. Break glass if emergency, and unfortunately, Nayo, he might just be broken himself, as slowly but surely Xiaohu will claim that kill.
However, one thing to note is Zika did TP. It goes to an exceptionally TES favor play in about 3 seconds.
There you go. There's the couple seconds you needed to wait.
TES just playing forward and reserved. You were talking about how you don't think that... Hold on.
Okay, well, and get the Supreme Display of Talent coming out. Cease and Desist going to be used too. A little bit of chaos here behind the Dragon Pit. Nayo trying to chase down JJ. JJ dodging out but dying initially anyways. Now Xiaohu hits that between worlds but goes to his own world, and that world is full of death. As Top Esports wipe the floor with Waybo. Rift Herald in the mid lane, and they're going to take so much from this.
This is going to be a pretty insurmountable gold lead, and the thing I was kind of leaning towards is you mentioned you don't trust Top Esports to end a game for their lives. I feel like when you got this much pennies in the pocket, it's kind of hard to mess it up.
Hard, but not impossible. That's the beauty of it. No, but this is such a... Because I think another recollection from the draft itself is they just have a very oppressive fight. And if you're fighting into that, with their replays and everything, we did see that third dragon go over to Top Esports. And they're now on Soul Point. Jiachi is just melting through Elk, almost kills him outright. Double TPs. Look at the Avenger beams coming down to save their ADC. As it's going to be a long-range snipe with the chakrams, and Cream is just going to activate his Spirit Rush and go for the kill. Jete is down. Mid lane should be the push.
Incredible support from the solo laners.
God.
That is a
was
life-saving Tempered Fate. One of those ones where the Tempered Fate tags and then gets you after you flash, because if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure at least one of those two die. However, I just want to give more credit over to TES.
Roll the snipe, the snipe. Oh, he's not in range anymore.
Release Aphelios would have killed there. But it was it was really nice to see both of TES's solo laners go for that snap TP.
He's had some pretty good moments. I still think there's a little rough around the edges here, but Zika, speaking of, it's been a rough game. The Zahen has not looked that great, and now it's going to look even worse. As Zika will go down in the side lane yet again. Doesn't even get the passive.
Yeah. Not a lot to go off of that one. It's don't believe 369 has got.
I feel like I've seen this before in 369's highlight reels. Come at me, bro. Just gonna pop the slicing maelstrom, try to buy as much time. The Hextech Gunblade's doing work. He's healing, he's dealing, he's doing damage too. The turret shots at 369. He's rolling at least a 7 there, as they will get the couples kills. At 4 members are down now, which means Baron on the table for top.
It's on the floor, buddy. They are gonna rip through this with red-white on the table. It is so good to be alive right now for TES. Watching how well Fengwei collapsed in to save his top laner, who gets a free highlight play off the back of this. So at that point, TES could just waddle it down mid and bot, open up the game, and run back.
Nayo, we gotta be a little careful. They're playing pretty confidently. They do have a massive lead. Jiachi is doing so much damn damage. He's about to finish his IE. Didn't get it before this fight, though. You do have all ultimates available. This is where Waybo try to make their stand.
I think if you're TES, you don't even care about the dragon.
And he just has the Spirit Rush. He uses the flash, gets extra distance. Jeje tries to go for a Supreme Display of Talent. Only hits on the Fengwei. Now Jeje is in there. He does get the dragon. He gets another steal, but this team and himself are sent to the graveyard. It's going to be a triple kill. No, that's coming in. Couldn't get the Quadra in the end for Jiachi, but that is going to be Jiachi Love and Top Esports finally finding a win on the split and getting their first one over Waybo.
It won't be a soul sweep, but it will be an impressive fashion from TES. Basically doing what they did in game 1, but I would just say better. Like, this felt pretty difficult for Waybo to find plays off of the early aggression from Nio, just excellently executed, calm, reserved, and got the job done.
Bar of execution was so high.